I have absolutely no idea what is going on right now. I have one amano that's like slightly bigger than the rest, I guess. And apparently a smaller one has decided to go on a ride on his back. And three other ones are hanging out while he's doing it. I have no idea. Meanwhile, there's just like a billion amanos in here. I don't even remember buying this many. Is it possible they could have reproduced? Could they be reproducing right now? Look how many amanos are in here. I thought they need brackish to reproduce. This is definitely not brackish. I don't know. I already took out a few of them and put them upstairs. And I still feel like there's a ton. I don't know. Holy shit. Oh my goodness. I don't see how there's this many in here. There's no way I put more than like 12. And I took out like 3 or 4. There's no way there's this many in here. I don't know. That's weird. You know, I did have the temperature turned up to like 87 for a while. I don't know. They're big too. What is going on? This is so crazy. I don't usually look at the tank at night like this. Look at that. They're everywhere. I swear I maybe put 6 in and then maybe I put like another 6. But there's no way I put this many in here. Especially given that I took a few out because I thought there were so many. Oh my goodness. Of course, the expensive shrimp, I don't have nearly as many of those. The blue ones and the yellow ones. It's nighttime, so everything is kind of just dark and whatever, but I got the flashlight. See, there's the yellow guy. See, you don't see nearly as many of those. Of course, I wish you could see them more. They're bright yellow, but you think they'd stand out, but they know they're bright yellow. They hide. Oh, look at that. That's kind of funny. It's like they're sleeping. Man, there's more shrimp down here. Still a bunch of shrimp up here. They're all over the place. Alright, well, not sure what the point of this video is other than just these crazy shrimp. Most of the shrimp usually hide in these, in the driftwood here. I'm trying to see if there's shrimp in there. I mean, I'm sure there are, but I can't see any. You can see my pleco in there. Vaguely. I'm sure I'm going to piss him off now, too. He's a little temperamental. What else is going on? Not too much else going on in this tank. You can see my surface skimmer thing is still going good. I modified that Eheim installation kit thing to work with it. And there's normally a lid, but it's off right now because I was catching these tetras. Guess I should show you what's going on over here. Holy shit. I think I just spooked them. I got these two tetras. One of them is fluffy looking, and the other one, I don't know if it's ick or what. It looks like ick, but it's like just one ginormous spot. I'm trying to see if I can get them. You can see neither of them are acting very normal. I mean, it is late at night, and I caught them in the middle of the night, but neither of these fish were kind of acting normal. This guy, yeah, there it is. See that weird spot on him? See how big it is? So weird. And see this guy, he's almost got like dropsy or something, if you look at him. Look at that. You can tell this is my medicine tank, because look at this. It's got a triple sulfa for N2, fungus cure, general cure, erythromycin, and then I've got Maricin, which I think this is Maricin Plus, which is not erythromycin, I think. I don't remember what's in it anyway. You can look it up if you care. And then I've got Metroplex, Focus, Canaplex, you name it, I've got it. This is kind of my medicine area. I have a bunch more medicine for saltwater upstairs, but, you know. This guy's acting like he's got swim bladder issues ever since I caught him. I was maybe a little rough with him, but I just wanted him out of there, to be honest. Truth be told, if these fish don't get better, they're going to get cold. So I just don't have patience for fish that are diseasing the rest of my fish. Whatever this guy had, he's had before, and I think he gave it to others, but the others are covered. But this guy keeps getting it. So he's in here with this guy who's all funky as well. I figured the two funky fish can live it out in here. And if they recover, then maybe they can go back. Yeah, here they are. So weird though. See that big spot on him? He's not acting quite right. See that big ass spot? What is that? And this guy, just why is he so fuzzy? Just very fuzzy looking. You know, it's like I got this big stack of medicine, but what do you do for giant white spot and fuzzy? I guess fuzzy would be fungus maybe, but I don't know. Look at that. It's weird. And I'm still trying to go over all the other rummies just to make sure that none of them have weirdness like these guys. You know, it's difficult because you want to add more, but these rummies are just not. It's hard to get healthy tetras, that's all I'm going to say. They're almost disposable, sadly enough, because I really like these rummies. I did not want to have to get rid of any of them, because I've already lost a few and replaced a few, and I feel like, honestly, that was where some of the problems began. I feel some of the ones in the newer batch that I bought were unhealthy. The original batch I got was much healthier. Anyway, I might try some triple sulfa next, because these guys were just in a tank of erythromycin and nothing happened. So I think I'm going to go for triple sulfa, just because if it works, then it's something I could possibly do in the other tank, in the main tank. Most of these other ones are not going to be safe in the main tank, especially furan and fungus. because I think this has malachite in it. I think this one has, it'll kill your bacteria. So it's going to make the tank cycle if I do this in the display tank. General cure, that'd be okay if I medicated the food, but I don't think they have that kind of problem. I don't think this is a problem that general cure would help with. Maybe the metronidazole, but I don't think the Prazi, I don't think they have worms. I don't think the Prazi would help with anything, so. And the erythromycin, I guess it just didn't work. Maybe it's just not bacterial. I'm almost leaning towards fungus, or I don't know what is triple sulfa supposed to do. Bacterial as well, I guess, but it says fungus though. Does erythromycin say fungus? Yeah, it does. They all say frickin' fungus. I don't know anymore. It's the problem with this crap. It's like I'm playing doctor here. Fish doc. Tell me what meds I need, fish doc. What do I need for my white spot? What do I need for my ick? See, this tank did have it. The Planet tank that is had ick, and it had legitimate ick though. I mean, it was like the autos had it, and they showed it. Obviously, they had small white spots though, and then these guys got the spots. Some of them had bigger spots like this guy, but I don't know. All the other ones seem fine right now, so I'm gonna just sort of hope that no one else shows these spots. And these guys will just stay in this quarantine. This is probably gonna perpetually be the medicated freshwater tank because it's 10 gallons. It's a nice even number. And the one upstairs is 15, and I plan on using that as the grow out because I figure 15 is annoying to medicate. Such a weird size. All the medications are 10 increments, so yeah. And the 20 gallon, that's the saltwater quarantine, and I don't mind medicating 20 gallons. It's a little bit of a waste of medicine, but compared to the 10, but on the other hand, saltwater, it's just easier to have a stable tank, have another extra 10 gallons, so I think it's worth it just for the sake of not killing my fish with a stability issue. Well, these guys are looking a little better. They're sort of swimming together. I mean, they're not looking better in any other way. How much triple sulfa do I need? Each 10 gallons, empty one packet into the aquarium. Alright, screw it. Let's do some triple sulfa on these guys. See what happens. At this point, I figure there's nothing to lose. Oh. Of course, as soon as I set up the camera, it should be in one spot, but the fish move. Well, that's okay though, I'm just opening this triple sulfa. You know what, it probably wouldn't hurt to add some salt either. I'm not going to add much though, I'm just going to add a little bit. Here's the salt I just added. I didn't want to add the proper amount, I feel like that's too much. I just want to add a little bit because I'm adding medicine, so there's really no, I don't want to overdose, you know what I mean? Just a little bit of salt. Never hurt nobody. some reason they keep going out of view. Oh well. Alright guys. Let's cut this open. There we go. I think that did the trick. It's snowing. It's snowing triple sulfur. Now, I don't think I put any carbon or anything like that in this one. Pretty sure it's just a big ass bag of media. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens, I guess. This should be interesting. You know, I basically figured triple sulfur would be my preferred treatment, but I don't even want to waste it on the big tank unless I can prove that it has any benefit at all in here. And now that I've managed to catch these two little bastards, I can do all the experiments I want on that. I want to sound like some mad scientist late night here, but the truth is there's some people I know who would just kill these fish. They're basically a liability. Why keep them alive? And in my case, the only reason is because this tank is just sitting here doing nothing. I have the space for it. I have the room for now. It's already running. You know, my best thing with these quarantines is you know, you need them to be there, and they need to be set up for you to use them. If they're not set up and they're not working, then you're not going to ever use a quarantine because it's not prepared, and you're not going to want to prepare it on the fly. It needs to just be ready. And so, this is a tank that's always ready. I have another freshwater tank upstairs, the 15 gallons, also always ready. Likewise, the 20-gallon saltwater tank that's above it, which is the saltwater quarantine, that's always ready as well. And this tank is not very exciting for these guys. There's literally nothing in it, but that's fine. They can swim with my turtle air stone. Honestly, that thing is funny, but the main reason I get these big stupid ones like that is because they're heavy enough to weigh themselves down. So you don't need to have a stupid suction cup or something to hook the air hose on the wall or something so it doesn't get pulled out. These big chunky ones like that, they tend to hold themselves down. I have seen just a big round disc one that I think it was Petco had those. You know, it's the same idea. It's just a little, it's not a stupid turtle, I guess, but I don't know, whatever. I don't really care. Turtle's cool. I'm cool with the turtle. I have a starfish-shaped one as well. I've got a bunch of stupid ones. I only buy them not because I look at them, but just because I'm using them in quarantine tanks where I'm being lazy and just want something that sinks to the bottom. Sometimes I'll also use sponges. The saltwater one has a big sponge on it. There's a sponge that I'd actually probably like to put in here, or the other one upstairs. Or no, sorry, the other one upstairs already has a sponge. So, yeah, in either case, I have a few sponges, and I'd like to almost maybe replace this one with a sponge, but we'll see. It's got this AquaClear 50 that has that upgrade on it. It holds the media along that chamber. The film along there. It almost turns it into like a modular thing. It's kind of cool, but it makes it nearly overflow. So it's turned way down. have to turn the flow way down on it. It's honestly a little bit risky. I'm not even that big of a fan of it. I may go back to the regular. Honestly, the real truth is I think I might put the Fluval on here. I have an extra Fluval. I have a C4 and a C3. I figure the C4 will probably stay on the 15, and the C3 could go on here. And that thing's a much better filter, honestly. I don't know. I mean, the Aqua Clear was cool for what it was, but the, I don't know, the modularness of the Fluval is just nicer. And it's the same motors. Unless you're getting the big-ass 110s. But truth be told, I wouldn't buy either of them anymore. I'd buy the Seachem Titles. I love those freaking things. That's now what's on the quarantine, on the 20-gallon saltwater quarantine, as well as the 20-gallon Planet Tank, which is a new update. I'll have to do an update on that maybe. I took the C4 off of that and put the C4 and the C3 both on the 15-gallon, which has nothing in it right now. But basically I just am ghost feeding it, keep it cycled. And what can I say? I'm not sure what else to say about it. But yeah, the title, it primes so much better, self-priming, all that. Every time I did a water change, if I drained it too low, the Fluval C4 would have a tendency to almost like siphon the water out of itself, and then it wouldn't start up again unless I like put a cup of water into it. It was like ridiculous. I was like, how is it not designed to like stop doing that? I don't know. I was a little bit baffled as to how stupid it was being. But the title has that self-priming pump that sits in the tank. I love it. Just starts every time. What else? I don't know. I can pack it full of media too, which is nice. I mean, I feel like the media options are just a billion times better. I may look at getting the one of the actual bags of media mint for it. I'm not sure what they sell. I think they sell one that's almost like Purigen or something. I actually threw a bag of Purigen in it, or Pure Filtrum or whatever, the fancier one. But I figure, I ended up cutting the filter pad from the original Fluval that was on there to fit in there, sort of. So I have that in there. All the biomedia from it is in there because it's just a bag. So I just dumped it out of the Fluval's little container thing and right into a bag, and now that's in there. So pretty much all the same media that was already in it is in it. So hopefully it doesn't cycle it or anything. It should be good. Not too worried about it. It's a Planet Tank anyway. But I'll have to do an update on that tomorrow, though. Yeah, these guys are acting funny. Oh well. Not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to actually turn the tank off. I'm about to actually go bleach some Purigen after this. But I think the next thing to do is put the lid back on this. And call it a night after that. I gotta go to bed. Alright, well, until next time, folks. We're late night catching fish here. It's kind of a funny thing to do, but it's so much easier to catch them at night. You get a few minutes after you turn the lights on where they don't really wake up. I actually didn't even turn the lights on. I used the flashlight. And I will say that just using the flashlight sort of keeps them in suspense. Like, they don't quite see you as well as you see them. When, it's daylight and they can see you, you can see them. It's a little more weird. I feel like they know what's going on a lot better. But if it's just like this spotlight in the dark, they have no idea what's going on. They're just sleeping, and you're like an alien abductor. But you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Alright, well, everything else is doing pretty good in here. We'll see. We'll see how these tetras do. Hopefully, none of the other ones come down with anything. This tank is doing not too bad. Otherwise, it needs some. Actually, one of the things it needs is this fertilizer I've been using. It's Aquarium Co-op Easy Green. I think it needs a fair amount. I haven't dosed any in a while, so I'm gonna do 2 over here, 2 over here, 1 here, 1 here. So they say to do 1 to 2 times for 10 gallons, I think. So I did like 6, which I'm doing like in between that and doing the middle dose, basically. Man, those shrimp are so funny. They're still being weird. That's how this video started, wasn't it? Alright, well, this is dragging forever. I'm going to put this lid on and call it a night. Until next time, folks.